Learning to do business in a country like Jamaica can take a lot to learn. The Caribbean can be slow-moving and also corrupt, so you have to be careful where and who you do business with. First, I want to preface that last year I was fortunate enough to go on my cross-cultural trip to Jamaica, so some of this is off of my own experience, but most of it is based off of facts. So first, in order to learn about this country, let's look at politics. The political system in Jamaica is considered a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system of government. Like in the US, citizens are able to vote at the age of 18 years old. And Jamaica has had universal suffrage since 1944, and this means that an adult citizen has the right to vote no matter their wealth, gender, race, etc. The Prime Minister, who is head of government, is appointed by the leading political party from its parliamentary members. The bicameral parliament consists of the House of Representatives and Senate. The House has 63 members who are directly elected. The Senate has 21 members who are appointed by the Governor General. Lastly, general elections must be held at least once every 5 years, and the governing party may choose to hold early elections. Now let's dive into local government. The legal system is based on English common law. The highest court in the Jamaican legal system is the Court of Appeals. It will hear appeals from the resident magistrates' courts, which include the family courts, the Kingston Traffic Court, juvenile courts, and a division of the gun court. The Court of Appeals also handles appeals from the Supreme Court. And according to human rights organizations, the judicial system is overburdened. It has long delays before trials, and with prison conditions characterized by overcrowding, insufficient food supplies and funding, and occasional brutality. From my time in Jamaica, I heard a lot of talk that many police officers are corrupt. They're bribed to not report things, especially about drugs or abuse, seen in the public light. The public often sees the police as criminals in uniform, and this can lead to disrespect of the system and a lack of support from the community. But an interesting fact that I actually got to visit a community up in the mountains in Jamaica called Accompong, and they hold their own separate law and order. So they are only required to follow laws of murder and moral things as such, but are generally separate to the regular life in Jamaica. Culture in Jamaica is a huge thing and is deeply influenced by British traditions, but is a product of the interaction between Europe and Africa. However, African continuities are present in religious life. Creole language, cuisine, proverbs, drumming, rhythms of Jamaican music and dance, and traditional medicine. As for family life and social customs, family life is very essential to most Jamaicans. Formal marriages are not as common, but it is likely to have 3 generations share a home at once. And actually, when I was there, we noticed more single dads than you would see in the US walking around with their children. So in certain situations, it was more common for the father to have full custody of the child. And in Jamaica, the main meal of the day is most commonly in the evening. People don't really have time to prepare midday meals, and many families may not share midweek dinners, but Sunday traditions dictate that even poor families enjoy a large and sociable meal with chicken, fish, yams, fried plantains, and/or rice and beans. The most well-known food in Jamaica, although, would be jerk chicken or pork, and if you haven't tried it yet, you should. Rastafarians are a big part of the Jamaican culture too, but only really account for a tiny part of the population who follow this lifestyle. It is a religious and political movement and began in the 1930s. It combines Protestant Christianity, mysticism, and a Pan-African political consciousness. Their lifestyle consists of wearing their long hair locked in its natural uncombed state, and dressing in the colors of red, green, gold, and black. And these symbolize the life force of blood, herbs, royalty, and Africanness. Reggae music grew out of the Rastafari movement and was made popular by Jamaican singer Bob Marley. As for the future in Jamaica, in 2013, they launched a ambitious reform program to stabilize the economy, reduce debt, and fuel growth. Growing national and international sport was their goal. The public debt fell below, the public debt fell below 100% of GDP in 2018 to 2019 and is expected to decline below 60% by 2025. With this, the rate of unemployment has also fell to a historic low of 7.2%. Obviously, COVID has been a hard hit on this country as it is one that relies heavily on income from tourism. And that is all you need to know about Jamaica and their culture and political governments and local governments in order to be able to adequately do business with them.